Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Monday, October 13th, Noah hospitalized, Victor vs. Nick, Phyllis's strengths. Want more of The Young and the Restless? Get updates on the latest news about The Young and the Restless, straight to your inbox. We use your personal data for interest-based advertising, as outlined in our privacy notice. What is this? Report ad. The Young and the Restless spoilers are in for Monday, October 13, 2025. Fans can expect the next episode to feature Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, making a distress call. Victor Newman, Eric Braden, gives Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, an ultimatum. Plus, Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, plays to Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, strengths. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers, here. Noah Newman hospitalized. Let's start off with Noah, who gets into a terrible accident in Los Angeles. Sharon is there at the hospital. In a waiting room, Sharon sobs as she calls Nick on the phone. The blonde tells Nick that Noah's condition is really bad. There is a point in the preview clip where a man walks in the hallway as Sharon is talking on the phone. The man looks like Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, but it was hard to tell because he walked so quickly by. The man did stop to glance at Sharon while her back was turned. So, it might just be an extra, or maybe Chance isn't dead. Remember, we never did get a funeral for him despite dying on screen. What is this? Report ad. Read more, find out what happened on the last episode of Y&R. Phyllis Summers' strengths. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, October 13th reveal that Kane isn't giving up just yet. Even though he has moments where he feels like it's all over, he soon bounces back. This time, the man will play to Phyllis's strengths. Red is really good at hacking and technology. So, I wonder what he will have her do. Victor Newman ultimatum. Over at the Newman Ranch, Victor gives Nick an ultimatum. Victor wouldn't have Nick stay in Genoa City while Noah was fighting for his life, would he? I know the legacy is important, but I do think a life is worth more than profits and business. Of course, the ultimatum might have to do with something else. Read this, The Young and the Restless spoilers. Nick's delay ruins Chic reunion, sparks Sharon and Detective Burrow's bond. Claire Grace Newman's escape. We should also see Claire Grace Newman, Hayley Erin, head to LA with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. However, don't expect Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, to give up. What is this? Report ad. The young man wants Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, to give him the address of Claire's hotel. I can't see Victoria doing that, but she could go to see Claire in LA herself. There is also a preview clip that shows an awkward situation between Holden, Claire, and Sienna Bacall, Ava Vitali. However, it's not clear what day this scene will air, so stay tuned. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, October 13, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Monday, October 13th, Noah hospitalized, Victor vs. Nick, Phyllis's strengths. In the heart of Genoa City, where emotions run high and family loyalty is tested daily, Monday's episode of The Young and the Restless promises to deliver the kind of shockwaves that fans live for. From unexpected medical emergencies to fiery confrontations and unyielding resilience, the week kicks off with a powerful blend of drama, heartbreak, and triumph. As the Newman clan faces yet another storm, and the walls close in around those who have been keeping secrets, the question on everyone's mind is, who will rise, and who will fall? Noah Newman's fate takes a sudden, terrifying turn that sends his family reeling, while Victor and Nick's battle for power and pride escalates to a dangerous level. Meanwhile, Phyllis Summers proves once again that she's a survivor in every sense of the word, finding strength in chaos when everyone else might crumble. The episode begins with a chilling scene. Noah lying unconscious in a hospital bed, machines beeping around him, as Sharon and Nick rush in. The tension in the room is palpable. Sharon's tears mix with confusion and fear as she grips her son's hand, pleading for him to wake up. Viewers are left breathless trying to piece together what happened. Was it an accident? Something more sinister? As the doctors work to stabilize him, subtle hints suggest that Noah's condition may not have been caused by chance. Someone, it seems, may have wanted to hurt him, or perhaps he was simply caught in the crossfire of someone else's dangerous game. Nick's rage boils over when he learns that Noah was seen arguing with someone the night before his hospitalization. Rumors point toward an altercation outside society, and when Victor's name comes up, Nick can barely contain himself. The father-son relationship between Victor and Nick has always been turbulent, but Monday's episode pushes them to their breaking point. Victor, still operating as the cunning patriarch of the Newman dynasty, refuses to let emotion cloud his judgment. He insists that whatever happened to Noah will be investigated properly, but his detached attitude only infuriates Nick further. Nick accuses his father of being more concerned about his reputation than his grandson's well-being. The confrontation grows heated, echoing through the halls of Newman Enterprises, where employees pretend not to hear the shouting. Victor's icy stare meets Nick's furious glare, and fans will sense that this fight isn't just about Noah, it's about years of resentment, betrayal, and wounds that never healed. Meanwhile, Sharon struggles to stay strong for Noah. She's been through her share of heartbreak, but this moment reopens old scars. With Mariah by her side, she leans on faith and motherly determination to keep hope alive. As she recalls moments from Noah's childhood, the first time he held her hand, his first heartbreak, viewers are reminded of just how much she's endured as a mother. Sharon has always been the emotional anchor of her family, and her pain now becomes the emotional core of the episode. Across town, Phyllis Summers faces her own battle, but hers is internal. While others crumble under the weight of tragedy, Phyllis channels her pain into power. Having faced blackmail, betrayal, and near-death experiences before, she knows how to survive in Genoa City's ruthless landscape. But this time, it's not about revenge, it's about redemption. Phyllis has been on a journey of rediscovery, trying to prove that she can thrive without manipulation or deceit. Her scenes are laced with vulnerability and defiance as she reflects on her past missteps, determined to emerge stronger than ever. When word of Noah's hospitalization reaches her, Phyllis is one of the first to reach out to Sharon, setting aside their complicated history to offer genuine support. Fans will likely be touched by this unexpected act of compassion, a reminder that even Genoa City's most fiery residents can show heart when it counts. Yet, behind Phyllis's empathy lies something more, a growing suspicion that Noah's collapse may tie into business deals and hidden agendas she's overheard recently. She recalls a tense conversation between Tucker McCall and Audra Charles about Newman family. Vulnerabilities. Could Noah's incident be more than a tragic accident? Phyllis quietly begins connecting dots that others haven't yet seen, determined to uncover the truth before it's too late. Back at the hospital, the Newman family gathers, and Victor's control begins to slip. For the first time in a long time, viewers will see the patriarch's mask crack. Despite his fierce pride, the sight of Noah lying motionless forces Victor to confront his own failings as a father and grandfather. The flashbacks that play through his mind, Nick as a child, Victoria's rebellious streak, Adam's resentment, all collide into a moment of painful realization: his empire has come at a devastating personal cost. The emotional weight of the scene is amplified by Eric Braden's commanding performance. Victor's quiet reflection contrasts beautifully with Nick's raw emotion, as Nick breaks down outside Noah's hospital room. Sally Spectra happens to witness the scene, torn between her loyalty to Adam and her empathy for Nick. The unspoken tension between them hints at unfinished business, but Sally knows now isn't the time to reopen old wounds. Instead, she reaches out with a simple act of kindness, a hand on Nick's shoulder, that speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Adam Newman lurks in the background, his own guilt consuming him. Though he's not directly involved in Noah's tragedy, he knows that chaos follows him wherever he goes. His presence at the hospital is met with icy stares from Victor and Nick alike. But in a rare display of humility, Adam chooses not to fight back. Instead, he quietly checks on Noah's condition, whispering a promise to change, for real this time. Whether that promise holds weight remains to be seen, but it's a striking moment that suggests growth. As night falls, Sharon receives a glimmer of hope, Noah's vitals stabilize, and his fingers twitch. The doctors call it a positive sign, and the tension in the room lifts slightly. Still, the mystery remains: what caused his collapse? Was it stress, substance interference, or foul play? Phyllis, ever the investigator, digs deeper. She manages to access footage from a nearby security camera, and what she sees leaves her stunned. The footage shows Noah arguing with Audra just moments before he fell to the ground. Audra's involvement sends shockwaves through the storyline. Could she be hiding something critical? Fans will be left gasping as Phyllis confronts Audra in the final moments of the episode, her fiery energy reignited. The verbal showdown between these two strong women becomes one of the week's highlights, Phyllis demanding answers, and Audra trying to manipulate her way out. But Phyllis, wiser than before, refuses to be fooled. Her determination to protect the Newman family, even if they don't realize it, cements her evolution as one of the show's most resilient characters. In the final scene, Victor and Nick stand side by side at Noah's bedside. The tension between them remains, but there's a flicker of unity, a shared understanding that family, despite all the conflict, must come first. As the camera pans out, Victor quietly vows to find out who's responsible, his tone cold and resolute. "No one hurts my family and gets away with it," he murmurs. The stage is set for an explosive week ahead, where truths will be exposed, alliances will shift, and Phyllis may find herself in the middle of a storm she didn't see coming. Monday's episode of The Young and the Restless reminds viewers why the Newman name is synonymous with power and pain, and why in Genoa City, the line between love and war is always razor thin. Phyllis Summers' strengths in the high-stakes world of Genoa City, where deception, betrayal, and ambition dominate nearly every corner, one woman consistently rises above the chaos with resilience, wit, and unshakable determination, Phyllis Summers. Over the years, she has evolved from a schemer with a penchant for mischief into a multifaceted character whose strength and resourcefulness make her one of the most compelling figures on The Young and the Restless. Phyllis's strengths are not merely about surviving in a city where loyalty is fleeting, they are about thriving, finding her voice, and transforming adversity into opportunity. One of her most remarkable qualities is emotional resilience. Time and again, Phyllis has faced personal and professional challenges that might have crushed a lesser individual. Heartbreak, betrayal, failed romances, and near-death experiences have all been part of her journey, yet she emerges each time with renewed determination. Phyllis has learned to harness pain as fuel, turning moments of despair into platforms for growth. Whether navigating complex relationships with men who have hurt her or confronting enemies who underestimate her, Phyllis uses emotional intelligence to assess situations, anticipate moves, and respond strategically. Her capacity to recover from setbacks demonstrates a kind of inner strength that is rare, particularly in the emotionally volatile landscape of Genoa City. Another core strength lies in her strategic mind. Phyllis is exceptionally perceptive, able to read people and situations with uncanny accuracy. She often anticipates motives, uncovering hidden agendas before they come to light. This skill has enabled her to survive numerous professional and personal challenges, from corporate rivalries to personal vendettas, where others might have faltered. Her business acumen, honed through years of managing her own ventures and navigating the Newman and Abbott Enterprises' treacherous waters, gives her a unique edge. She knows how to leverage alliances, exploit weaknesses, and maintain an image of control, even when chaos surrounds her. This strategic brilliance is not cold calculation, it is coupled with a deep understanding of human nature, which allows Phyllis to approach challenges creatively, balancing shrewdness with empathy. Phyllis's interpersonal strength is equally compelling. She has a remarkable ability to connect with people, often disarming them with charm or empathy before asserting herself. This skill has allowed her to navigate complex social dynamics and build networks of allies. When needed, she can be fiercely protective of those she cares about, using her influence and cunning to safeguard friends and family. Whether supporting a friend in crisis, mediating conflicts, or confronting adversaries, Phyllis demonstrates emotional versatility that allows her to adapt to nearly any situation. Courage is another defining strength. In a city known for treachery and hidden dangers, Phyllis repeatedly faces situations that would intimidate others, yet she confronts challenges head-on. She does not shy away from confrontation, whether it involves exposing lies, standing up to powerful figures like Victor Newman, or taking risks in love and business. Her courage is not reckless bravado, it is calculated, informed by experience and guided by intuition. It is this bravery that allows her to endure personal betrayals and professional battles while maintaining her dignity and poise. Adaptability is crucial to Phyllis's enduring presence on the show. The shifting dynamics of Genoa City, with its constant power struggles and shifting allegiances, demand flexibility. Phyllis's ability to pivot, whether in her romantic relationships, business dealings, or social strategies, ensures she remains relevant and formidable. Her resilience and adaptability are intertwined. Setbacks are not endpoints but opportunities to recalibrate, refine strategies, and emerge stronger. This adaptability also manifests in her moral complexity. Phyllis is not defined solely by virtue or vice, she operates in shades of gray, capable of making morally challenging decisions while maintaining her core integrity. This nuance allows her to navigate difficult ethical landscapes while preserving her sense of self. Phyllis's strength also extends to self-awareness. She has grown increasingly reflective over the years, learning from past mistakes and understanding her limitations as well as her capabilities. This self-knowledge informs her choices, allowing her to strike a balance between ambition and caution, assertiveness and diplomacy. Her emotional maturity enables her to sustain relationships and make decisions that consider both immediate needs and long-term consequences. Loyalty and determination are other pillars of her character. While she has faced betrayals and setbacks, Phyllis remains steadfast for those she values. Her loyalty is not blind, it is informed by discernment and a deep sense of responsibility. She fights for her loved ones and for her own aspirations with relentless determination, refusing to let obstacles deter her from her goals. In addition, Phyllis embodies empowerment in its truest sense. She refuses to be defined by others' expectations, carving her own path and asserting control over her life. Her journey is a testament to personal growth, demonstrating that strength is not merely surviving adversity but thriving despite it, embracing complexity, and asserting agency. Romance and love, while often sources of challenge, also highlight her resilience and emotional intelligence. Phyllis navigates complicated relationships with insight, balancing vulnerability and strength. Her capacity to love fiercely, forgive when appropriate, and set boundaries when necessary reflects a sophisticated understanding of human connections. This emotional acuity allows her to maintain meaningful bonds while protecting herself from harm. Finally, Phyllis's strength is amplified by her capacity for reinvention. She evolves in response to personal growth, external challenges, and changing circumstances. This reinvention is not superficial but rooted in introspection, learning, and strategic adaptation. It ensures she remains a dynamic presence in Genoa City, capable of surprising both friends and foes alike. In conclusion, Phyllis Summer's strengths are multifaceted, encompassing emotional resilience, strategic intelligence, courage, adaptability, self-awareness, loyalty, empowerment, and the ability to thrive under pressure. She embodies a complexity that makes her not only a survivor but a powerful force within the young and the restless. Phyllis's journey demonstrates that true strength is measured not by the absence of adversity but by the capacity to confront it, adapt, and emerge stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. In Genoa City, where life is unpredictable and danger often lurks behind smiles, Phyllis Summers stands as a shining example of resilience, intelligence, and unwavering determination, proving time and again that she is not just a character in a soap opera but a symbol of strength, survival, and empowerment. Her story resonates with audiences precisely because it mirrors real-life challenges, reminding viewers that even in the most complicated circumstances, strength, courage, and determination can transform trials into triumphs, leaving a lasting impression that endures well beyond the screen. Victor Newman Ultimatum. In Genoa City, few figures command as much fear, respect, and attention as Victor Newman, the formidable patriarch of the Newman Empire. His name carries weight in boardrooms and homes alike, and when Victor speaks, people listen. Monday's episode of The Young and the Restless brings one of his most explosive moments to the forefront, the Victor Newman Ultimatum. It is a dramatic turning point, a high-stakes declaration that shakes the very foundations of the Newman family, their rivals, and anyone foolish enough to stand in his way. Victor Newman's ultimatums are legendary. They are not mere threats, but binding declarations that leave no room for negotiation or evasion. The intensity and precision with which Victor operates are on full display as he confronts those who have challenged his authority, manipulated family members, or undermined his empire. At the center of this week's tension is the ongoing battle with his son Nick Newman. Victor's relationship with Nick has always been fraught with rivalry, unresolved anger, and contrasting visions of leadership. Nick has often challenged Victor's decisions, seeking to assert independence while navigating the weight of expectation, legacy, and personal ambition. But this time, Victor is drawing a line in the sand, issuing a stark ultimatum that leaves Nick with no choice but to act. The ultimatum is delivered in classic Victor style, calm yet commanding, measured yet unyielding. He makes it clear that personal feelings cannot interfere with business decisions, and loyalty must be proven through action, not words. The ultimatum reverberates through Newman Enterprises, creating tension not only between father and son but also across the wider business community. Employees, allies, and rivals alike hold their breath as they await the fallout. Victor's ultimatum centers on the control of key assets, strategic business moves, and the safeguarding of the Newman legacy. He insists that certain decisions be made immediately or face consequences that could alter the balance of power within the family and beyond. Nick, already struggling with guilt over recent missteps and the fallout from Noah's hospitalization, is caught in a web of pressure, responsibility, and emotional vulnerability. The ultimatum forces him to confront uncomfortable truths about his role in the family, his loyalty to his father, and his ability to make independent decisions without succumbing to fear or manipulation. Meanwhile, the ripple effects of Victor's ultimatum extend beyond the family boardroom. Business rivals see opportunity in the tension between Victor and Nick, scheming quietly to exploit cracks in the Newman empire. Competitors like Jack Abbott and Phyllis Summers watch closely, aware that a single misstep could shift power dynamics in Genoa City. Victor's ultimatums are never delivered in isolation. They are strategic moves designed to provoke action, reveal alliances, and test the mettle of those around him. Phyllis Summers, with her keen insight and instinct for survival, quickly recognizes the significance of Victor's declaration. She understands that Victor's ultimatum is as much a test of character as it is a business maneuver. Watching Nick navigate the pressure, Phyllis sees both the vulnerability and the potential for strength. Her observations highlight not only the gravity of Victor's moves but also the complex interpersonal dynamics that define Genoa City's elite. The tension escalates further when Victor confronts other family members who have wavered in their loyalty. Victoria Newman, with her sharp intellect and strong moral compass, faces the dilemma of aligning with her father's ultimatum while honoring her own principles. Adam Newman, ever unpredictable, gauges the situation carefully, weighing the benefits of compliance against the temptation of rebellion. Every interaction, every decision, carries consequences that could reverberate for weeks, even months. Victor's ultimatum is not merely about asserting dominance, it is about ensuring survival, protecting his legacy, and compelling those around him to recognize the stakes. It is a demonstration of power and precision, a reminder that in Genoa City, the line between respect and fear is razor thin. The delivery of the ultimatum is paired with Victor's strategic foresight. He anticipates potential objections, counters, and manipulations, leaving little room for debate. The effect is immediate, tension spikes, alliances shift, and underlying resentments come to the surface. Conversations that once simmered quietly now erupt in confrontations fueled by pressure and emotion. Nick, faced with the full weight of his father's expectations, must decide whether to comply, compromise, or confront Victor head-on. This decision is complicated by the recent turmoil surrounding Noah's hospitalization. The vulnerability of the family adds emotional gravity to the business ultimatum, intertwining personal stakes with professional obligations. As the episode unfolds, viewers witness the psychological intensity of Victor's approach. His ultimatum is both a challenge and a lesson, a test of loyalty, intellect, and courage. Characters are forced to reflect on their values, ambitions, and relationships. Some will rise to the occasion, proving their resilience and ingenuity, while others may falter under the weight of expectation, exposing weaknesses that Victor can exploit. Beyond the immediate drama, Victor's ultimatum also underscores his enduring role as the master strategist of Genoa City. He understands the interplay of power, emotion, and timing, leveraging each to achieve objectives that extend beyond immediate gains. The ultimatum serves multiple purposes. It enforces discipline, clarifies loyalties, and positions Victor as an unassailable force within the intricate web of family and business. Yet, even as Victor wields authority with precision, the human element remains central. His actions are motivated not solely by ambition but by a deep-seated desire to protect the Newman name, safeguard his family's future, and ensure the empire he has built endures. This combination of ruthlessness and devotion creates a tension that captivates viewers, blending fear, admiration, and intrigue in equal measure. The episode also emphasizes the unpredictable consequences of Victor's ultimatum. While intended to consolidate power and enforce loyalty, the ultimatum sets off a chain reaction of decisions, reactions, and strategic countermeasures. Characters previously considered allies may question their allegiance, while rivals may see opportunity to strike. Every move is fraught with risk, reinforcing the high-stakes environment that defines the young and the restless. In the final moments, the full impact of Victor Newman's ultimatum becomes clear. Decisions have been made, boundaries established, and new dynamics emerge. Viewers are left anticipating the fallout: who will comply, who will resist, and what sacrifices will be required. The episode closes with a sense of unresolved tension, highlighting Victor's genius in orchestrating both immediate drama and long-term intrigue. In conclusion, the Victor Newman ultimatum is a masterclass in power, strategy, and emotional intelligence. It demonstrates Victor's capacity to command respect, enforce loyalty, and manipulate outcomes to secure both family and empire. The ultimatum tests relationships, challenges assumptions, and drives forward the complex narrative of Genoa City. Through this storyline, viewers witness the multifaceted nature of strength, leadership, and influence, all embodied in the indomitable figure of Victor Newman. This episode serves as a stark reminder: in Genoa City, when Victor speaks, consequences follow, and survival depends on courage, insight, and the ability to navigate the intricate web of power he weaves. His ultimatum is more than a demand, it is a statement of control, a demonstration of legacy, and a catalyst for drama that will resonate across the Newman family and the city for weeks to come. Claire Grace Newman's escape in the ever-twisting drama of Genoa City. Claire Grace Newman has long stood as a symbol of courage, resilience, and determination. Known for her fierce independence and unyielding spirit, Claire has faced betrayal, danger, and heartbreak throughout her life, yet she continues to rise above adversity. Monday's episode of The Young and the Restless catapults viewers into one of her most suspenseful storylines yet: Claire Grace Newman's escape. The episode opens with Claire trapped in a situation that tests every ounce of her intelligence and willpower. Captured by unknown adversaries with motives shrouded in mystery, she must rely on her wits, agility, and courage to navigate the perils that surround her. The tension is immediate and palpable, as viewers see Claire's fear tempered by determination. She refuses to succumb to panic, instead analyzing her environment for weaknesses and opportunities. The suspense is compounded by the uncertainty of who can be trusted. Friends and family in Genoa City are unaware of her predicament, leaving Claire isolated. This isolation, however, becomes a crucible in which her strengths shine. She demonstrates remarkable resourcefulness, using small tools and improvised tactics to evade her captors. Every decision carries weight, and the audience is left on the edge of their seats as she maneuvers through increasingly dangerous circumstances. While Claire's physical escape is thrilling, the storyline also delves deeply into her emotional and psychological journey. The ordeal forces her to confront lingering doubts, fears, and unresolved conflicts from her past. Flashbacks reveal moments of betrayal, childhood experiences, and significant losses that have shaped her into the resilient woman she is today. These reflections provide viewers with an intimate understanding of Claire's inner strength, showing that her escape is as much about survival of the mind and spirit as it is about survival of the body. As the episode progresses, Claire discovers clues that point to the identity and motives of her captors. She uncovers hidden agendas, secret deals, and personal vendettas that intertwine with Genoa City's broader web of intrigue. Every revelation heightens the stakes, revealing that her escape is part of a larger puzzle, one that could have implications for her family, friends, and even corporate battles across the city. Claire's strategic thinking becomes her greatest ally. She anticipates the movements of her adversaries, manipulates the environment to her advantage, and leverages her understanding of human behavior to exploit weaknesses. Her ability to stay calm under pressure allows her to make decisions that others might falter on, demonstrating a combination of courage and intellect that sets her apart. Meanwhile, back in Genoa City, the fallout from Claire's disappearance ripples through her family and allies. Nick Newman, Victoria, and other close connections are thrown into turmoil, scrambling to locate her while grappling with fear and uncertainty. The episode masterfully balances Claire's personal struggle with the external chaos her absence generates, highlighting the interconnected nature of Genoa City's drama. Suspense escalates as Claire faces critical moments where one wrong move could jeopardize everything. Yet, even in the face of imminent danger, she remains unwavering. Her inner monologue reveals a mixture of hope, determination, and tactical analysis, creating a rich psychological portrait that enhances the intensity of the escape. Every decision she makes carries emotional resonance, reflecting her growth and resilience. The narrative also underscores Claire's moral fortitude. Even when presented with opportunities to harm her captors or seek vengeance, she chooses paths that align with her principles, balancing survival instincts with ethical considerations. This aspect of her character resonates with viewers, showing that strength is not just about overcoming external threats but also about maintaining integrity under pressure. As the climax approaches, Claire executes a daring and clever maneuver that allows her to break free from captivity. The escape is both physically and emotionally charged, combining high-stakes action with moments of vulnerability and introspection. Viewers witness her ingenuity in overcoming obstacles, her courage in confronting fear, and her resilience in refusing to be defeated by circumstance. Upon her return to safety, the aftermath is as compelling as the escape itself. Claire's experiences leave her stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. The ordeal reshapes her perspective on trust, family, and the dynamics of power in Genoa City. She emerges not just as a survivor but as a proactive force capable of shaping her own destiny. The episode concludes with Claire reflecting on her journey, surrounded by family and allies who are both relieved and awed by her resilience. Her escape becomes a testament to human strength, intelligence, and the capacity to confront danger with courage and grace. In a city where intrigue, betrayal, and power struggles define daily life, Claire Grace Newman's escape stands out as a narrative of empowerment. It celebrates resourcefulness, emotional resilience, moral courage, and the indomitable spirit that enables her to rise above adversity. Viewers are left inspired, recognizing that even in the most perilous circumstances, determination, intelligence, and inner strength can turn the tide. Claire's story underscores a timeless truth. True heroism lies not in avoiding danger but in facing it head-on, learning from the experience, and emerging stronger than before. Monday's episode will be remembered as a defining moment in The Young and the Restless, showcasing Claire Grace Newman as a character whose courage, intellect, and perseverance make her a beacon of strength in the dramatic landscape of Genoa City. Her escape is not only a thrilling narrative but also a profound reminder that resilience, strategy, and moral clarity are powerful tools in navigating life's most formidable challenges.